We are all excited for the new Chrono Odyssey game, but we don't have that much information, even though everybody in the content creation scenes seems to love it. There's one little thing that we got from the wiki that is very telling on how the gameplay is gonna go through. I want to talk about it today, the chronotector, and the possibilities it could actually have on the game, and why I think it might actually be too overpowered. Subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Go to my Ko-Fi if you want to support my content. Go to my Twitch to watch me live every morning. And let's get into it. So if you go to the wiki, you're gonna see the chronotector, and you're gonna see that there's a multiple abilities that it will give us. The chronotector is essentially just a sacred relic that you're gonna be able to use to, well, use different abilities. These abilities are already shown in this little wiki here, but they're very powerful ability. For example, player. It records a specific point in space and time, allowing the caster to revert to that exact state. We already saw this in the trailer, and it's an insanely overpowered ability. As you can see here, you can use it to jump down, attack something, and then boom, come back to where you started your ability before. In theory, you can use it if you're gonna die as well. Place it before you're actually gonna die, and then boom, go back to where you were before. This is something that you can actually do in Guild Wars 2 already with Chronomancer, and you have been able to do this for a long time. You have this thing called Chrono Split, and you use it, and then boom, you walk a little bit, and then boom, you're gonna get back to where you were before. And what usually people do is that they use their Chrono Split, they use all of their abilities with a lot of damage, and then they go back, having all the cooldowns that they had before, using this over, and are able to do it twice. This is an insanely overpowered ability. Why? It has so much cooldown, and is a very, very high ceiling, high skill ability. This has always been the case in Guild Wars 2, and I bet that is gonna be the case in Chrono Odyssey, or at least I hope so. But this is not all. There are multiple other versions of these abilities that you can use. Apparently, you're gonna be able to choose in between them. The next one is gonna be time stasis, where you freeze the time in order to do whatever you want. This is also in the trailer. As you can see here, this player goes and stuns everything, essentially. It stops time, and then just does a lot of damage. It's actually super cool. This is probably not that overpowered. It's just like an AoE stun, you could argue, right? This one is, I feel like, way, way, way better. The one, the time reversal. The time stasis is just like, it's a big stun, AoE stun, something we've seen before. Very cool that he uses time instead. I wonder if in PvP you would end up like freezing the cooldowns of your enemies if you use this. That would be very, very cool and very interesting. And then the next one is going to be Time Mirage. Grants the ability to create duplicate versions of the caster across multiple timelines. That is a bit... that's a bit weird to understand. I'm guessing it's just going to be like a clone of you that does the same things that you do, or maybe, you know, they do the opposite, like you move right and they move left. I don't know. It's very hard to tell with this information, and there's nothing in the trailer that helps us understand what it actually means. The next one is Summon Spectre. Grants the ability to summon and command hundreds of immortal specters. Now, I guess this is going to be like a little minion mancer kind of situation, or just create a lot of minions that help you and do damage to other enemies. It's not really that interesting, honestly, but I'm guessing for different builds, different classes, it might actually be useful. The next one is going to be Temporal Expansion. It grants access to an ever-expanding time matrix, allowing the caster to harness his full potential. This seems like a big, like, just full damage ability. Just, you know, harness the power, get a big bump of defense and damage, and just go, right? Honestly, I kind of like the idea of having this as an option if you don't want to deal with like something hard like the time reversal, and be like, oh my god, I need to go from this point and go back to the other one. I just want a big damage buff, and fuck it, we're just going. I think that's actually kind of cool that they give us the option of doing this, right? And the next one is going to be Betelgeuse Temporal Tuning. Little is known about Betelgeuse's chronotector ability, but at its core, Temporal Tuning manipulates flow or past, present, and future. Now, this seems like something that maybe the player would not be able to use, because Temporal Tuning manipulates the flow, past, the present, and future. This seems like you know, the villain of the entire game is trying to use this, like, you know, to change the world in some way, and this is the villain, right? This is actually the villain. So I think this is going to be something that the actual player is going to be using, or maybe only in the story, right? Like, oh, you know, something horrible happened, then we have to use this power that we can only use a few times to fix everything or whatever, right? Maybe otherwise it could be something like you like, I don't know, you have an RNG ability and you choose the way that the RNG ability is gonna go. Something like that could be interesting. But I think it's very unlikely. I think the other ones are way more likely to be used. That being said, I think it is... I really like, you know, this one's... Particularly this ones, I think they're pretty chill. Like, oh, you have a clone, you have our minions, you have just more power, right? The time stats is also nice. The time reversal, I think they need to be a bit careful with. Because, at least in Guild Wars 2, Chrono Split is an insanely good ability. And it was so overpowered when the Chronomancer actually came out, is that they had to, like, nerf everything about it in order to make this still be in the game. So, by having time reversal be used by any class whenever they want, it's kind of insane. So I really hope it's like a, you know, these are like huge cooldowns that you can never, like, you can use like once every fight. But otherwise, if you can just do this every like 60 seconds and everybody is using the same thing, and, you know, I would guess that time reversal would be the best one every time, because it's just so difficult to imagine a place where removing your, you know, using your time reversal, using cooldowns, going back, not taking any damage from, you know, the time that you were there, and then do them again. Like, it's just, like, especially in something like PvP, it's just a bit insane. And it's an actually very complicated ability to use. So I really hope that they have a good plan on how to use this in a balanced way that is fun, interesting, and at the same time, not something that will make a lot of players be scared of trying the game because it just looks too complicated. So I hope this is the case. I doubt that we're gonna get all of these ones at the same time. I'm guessing we're gonna have to pick one of them. So I really hope that there's not one of them, like time reversal, which sounds like it, that is like insanely overpowered and everything else is kind of bad. But we'll have to see. I'm a bit worried about this kind of mechanics. But you know, the game looks good, and everyone has said that the game and the combat looks good. So I hope I hope for the best. Okay, I wouldn't want a meta in PvP, or, you know, yeah, like in PvP where everyone is using time reversal. You kill someone and, oh, they use time reversal, and then you use time reversal, and everyone's just like constantly doing this. It would be a bit annoying. But let me know what you guys think. Tell me if you think I'm overreacting. Thank you. Tell me. There we go. No, thank you. Tell me if you have any other ideas on how this could work. What are you thinking about it? And yeah, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Go to my Twitch to watch my live every morning. See you guys around. Love you all. Bye.